is in the air. We are going to do a no makeup look for the fall. What I mean by that is it's going to be a nice easy look with a little bit of overall fall look. You may have seen that the espresso aesthetic is back for this year, but on our more mature skin it can look a little bit heavy. It is beautiful, so I will do a tutorial on that as well if you want. But today we're going to do a no makeup version for those of us with mature skin, you know, for fall. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Jody. Think of me as your midlife beauty bestie where we're gonna spend some fun time together doing our makeup tutorials. Sometimes we test makeup products. We do it all here from drugstore, affordable, all the way up to luxury. And a lot of times we just mix and match because we look for products that actually work, not so much the more expensive ones because they aren't always the best. So today's look is inspired again by fall and a no makeup look. I already have on my sunscreen and my moisturizer, and I'm just gonna put one more layer of hydration on using the Kosas Cloud Set. I actually learned this tip from Glam Girl Gabby. She talked about how often she uses a setting spray. She'll moisten her face with it before she applies her makeup. Then about halfway through the process, she'll add another layer of hydration from a setting spray, and then she finishes it with setting spray. We're not gonna do a full glam look today, so we won't do 3 layers, but I love the tip of starting with a little bit of hydration. You just wanna go in an X and then a T. I like to use a setting spray that does not contain alcohol because alcohol can be very drying to our, you know, our more mature skin, and I don't wanna add anything that's gonna help dry it. I need hydration. And as we are getting ready, we are going to try a new product today. I have the brand new RMS Revitalize Hydra Concealer. I saw Rosemary Smith from RMS Beauty use this product on a live stream with Glam Girl Gabby. I will link that live stream down below, you guys. It was so good, such good information. And what I really learned from that was the ingredients that go into RMS is meant to benefit our skin. And we hear that a lot from different beauty products, but when you think about how purposeful and intentional each ingredient is selected in the RMS products, it compelled me to add this to my cart right there during the live stream. So excited to use this for the first time with you guys today. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do now that we've got hydration on our skin is do a little bit of cover up. I like the Complexion Crush by Ulta. No surprise there. This is in neutral medium, and I'm going to apply it with the BK Beauty 106 brush. If you like a medium to full coverage, then I think you'll like this foundation. If you like a more sheer to medium, you can sheer this out with a damp beauty sponge. You can also mix it with your moisturizer if you want to sheer it out even more. I don't want to do that because for me, a no makeup look really starts with a clean, clear, beautiful, flawless complexion. And that's what this gives me. You can see the discoloration on my face. My under eyes are a little bit darker. Watch the magic that is these 2 products. And what I mean by that is this BK Beauty brush with this Complexion Crush. As I've aged, I like putting my foundation on that outer perimeter of my face. That's where I have less wrinkles and less movement. And then pull the product into the areas where I have more wisdom lines, laugh lines, wrinkles, and less product will go in those areas. See how beautiful this foundation is? I don't get sponsored by Ulta. I buy this every time I buy one. I truly love it that much. And I know many of you have left comments that you've also gotten it and absolutely love it. I love hearing that because when we can find a product that works, and not every product works for everyone's skin type because our skin type is different. I should say I have combination skin. I'm more oily through the T-zone. And then I'm pretty dry, like around the cheeks. Down here, I guess, is normal. It doesn't really read dry or oily. But look at how flawless this foundation leaves your skin. I don't have on any concealer. It just covers up the dark spots and just makes my complexion look all one shade, which I love. Then you can go in and add brightness, contour, shadowing, bronzer, blush, anything you want, but you're starting from a place of really pretty flawless skin. Now I'm gonna do this no makeup look on only half of my face because this side is truly no makeup, and I wanna show you what a no makeup look can do. It really is designed to enhance your natural features and just make you look as though you woke up with beautiful skin, darker lashes, a little bit more brow maybe than you have today, and a little bit of flushness to the cheek. It's very easy to accomplish. It just requires, for me, a little bit of self-control, because normally I want to just keep going with makeup, but a no makeup look requires that we use some restraint. So let's go in with this new RMS Revitalized Hydra Concealer. I have it in shade WN04. It comes in a really small, oh, that's not, is that a doe foot? No, it's not a doe foot applicator. It's a brush, which I love. I'm just gonna put a little bit on this outer corner and a little bit in the inner corner. I like to apply my concealer with the same principle as my foundation. I like to put it in the areas where I don't have as much movement, because wherever you put the product brush, or if you go on your hand and then the brush, wherever that brush or applicator touches first, that's where the majority of the product is going to land. So I like that placement in an area where I have less wrinkles, and then I will lightly pull it into the higher movement, higher wrinkle area, so that less product gets there, but still enough product to do the job. This concealer is supposed to be very hydrating for your under eye area, and like other concealers, it does not contain any ingredients that will help dry out this under eye area. It has a brightening effect, which I can see that right off the bat. So I love how that covers. You can see this side has a little bit more darkness to it. This side looks more bright. So we'll see how this looks at the end of our application. I don't see any settling into fine lines, and just gives a really nice brightness to that under eye area without it looking too bright or too light. I really like the color combination of this WN04 with the neutral medium or medium neutral, because the two just blend together. It doesn't look like there's a great contrast between my concealer and my foundation, which is what you're looking for, especially as we've gotten older. When you look at makeup artists on younger girls, you can see this area is much brighter than their forehead, for example, and that looks really pretty for glam nights, special occasions, photography. But as we've gotten older, this area tends to be where we carry the most wisdom lines, and so really brightening this area isn't desirable for more mature women. We can still get a really pretty look. We just have to do things a little bit differently and not highlight this with so much brightener, but you want to take care of your dark circles. I'm just going to take what's left of that concealer and go right on my eyelids. Now, if you find that your eyelids carry more discoloration, pick up your foundation brush and go over that area first. Either way, you just want to neutralize any purple or discoloration on the inner corner of your eye and on your eyelid. Then I'm gonna take a little bit more of that concealer, whatever concealer you're using, and I'm just gonna pick up that concealer and I'm gonna go right on my eyelid. Now, if you have hooded eyes, go on your eyelid and then just a little bit above your eyelid, so behind your lashes, so that you benefit from a little bit of brightener. We don't want to look like we have eyeshadow. We just want to awaken that eye area. Next, we're going to take the Lifter Stick by Maybelline. This is in shade 35. And I'm just going to add a little bit of contour. And I just want to add a little bit of structure to my face. For me, I want to make that hairline not look so forward. So I'm just going to softly blend, not real aggressive. Again, this is a no makeup look. Little bit on your cheekbone. If you have high cheekbones like I do, you might want to put a little bit of contour right on the cheekbone so that it pulls it in a little bit. If you want to create cheekbones, just find where your cheekbone is and roll your finger under it and just add a little bit of contour right there. And then I for sure want to sharpen up the jawline, blend it out really nicely so you can't see that there's any marks. You can use a brush for this. I just find that with this Lifter Stick, it's so smooth and creamy. I don't really need to pick up a brush. You just can use your finger. All right, next we're gonna add a little bit of blush. You guys, you saw on Monday, October 6th, these new Color Luxe liquid blushes by Jane Iredale launched. I've been keeping this a secret since August. I was able to go to the Jane Iredale headquarters. We received a box with all of the shades in it. That's what's sitting over. I had to kind of hide that from you for a little while because they didn't launch until the 6th. Heartbreaker is my absolute favorite. I mean, I never want to get rid of this bottle because look, it's handwritten on the bottom because these weren't even officially out yet. Love this shade. It is a really pretty, I don't know, I'd say it's more pink than peach for sure, but I think it's a neutral shade, which I love about it. It's not warm, it's not cool, it's just perfect. And for a no makeup look, I literally just put it on the back of my hand, put it between 2 fingers, and oh, wait, I don't need 2 fingers. We're only doing one side of my face. This is challenging. We should do a half face challenge because it's not the normal routine, but we're gonna do it because I wanna show you what a no makeup look can look like without looking heavy. So pretty. And for a no makeup look, I like to add just a flush of color, just like you got done exercising, your heart rate got up, you brought a little bit of rosiness to your cheeks, bring it in maybe a little bit higher than you normally would, above your cheekbone, and then up. What I love about these Color Luxe blushes is you can add just a flush of color, or you can build them up and get more intense color for a daytime to nighttime look. Super pretty, really, really easy to work with. Now we're just gonna add a little bit of brow because my brows would say I have no makeup on if I just leave them crazy like this. And my brows are a little short, so, and I don't know why. It's not like I plucked the center of them. I don't know why they went bald right there. I wish I could tell you, but I think it's just that aging process that we're happy to be a part of. Very grateful for it, but man, it's just always something new every day. You're like, well, I didn't know that happened. I'm just going real light with the brows, you guys, because again, I don't want a lot of structure to the brow. I don't want it to look like I've spent a ton of time on my makeup. So very light-handed. Usually for a no makeup look, I will go 2 shades lighter than my root of my hair. And keep it a little bit on the warm side when you're picking your brow pencil as we get older. If it's too cool tone, it may look a little bit more harsh. We lose a little bit more color in our face, our hair, our brows, everything. Lashes turn a little bit more grayish, so you lose some of that warmth. So bringing back a little bit of warmth to your face, eyebrows is a really easy way to do that. Now I'm gonna go in with the Lash Paradise. This is in Latte Brown. You can wear black if you'd like. You can wear, there's that new Whitney, which is a charcoal gray from Thrive Cosmetics. I just don't want black with this look because again, it's a no makeup look. So I just want to emphasize my natural lashes. Did I say brow earlier? I probably did. I just want to add a little bit of color and dimension to my lashes without looking like I've got on clumpy layered mascara. So just a real easy light dusting of mascara. You can do your bottom lashes if you choose to. It's entirely up to you. Next, I'm gonna pick up a small, dense, domed brush. This is the Nikki LaRose in 12. And I'm gonna go into that lifter liner that we used as our contour. And I'm just gonna go underneath my lower lashes, right at the root of the lash, and give a little bit of structure to my eye. I don't want it to look like I have on eyeliner. I just want a little tiny bit of definition so that it doesn't look like my eyes are floating. And you can do that step before or after mascara. It's probably easier to do it before because then you may not want to add the mascara. Plus the mascara is not wet and you wouldn't make a big mess like I just did. So probably do it before. Now, if you have hooded eyes and you want to add a little bit of a crease, you can take that lifter stick again and a big fluffy brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy A503, and put a little bit of that cream right on the tip of that brush, holding the brush way back here. If you hold your brush up here, you're going to put more pressure and get more intensity than you want. I like to hold it back here when I want a really light hand. And then you can just go in and go above your crease and create a crease if you'd like to do that. If, for example, if you have hooded eyes or if you've got droopy eyelids, this just allows you to create that crease. And if you have droopy eyelids, this allows you to push that eyelid back. Well, not really, but it's an optical illusion. Now, if you feel like your eyes need a little bit more intensity, you can grab a waterproof eyeliner and do some tight lining on your upper lashes, starting in that outer corner and bring it just a little bit to the center of your eye. I wouldn't bring it all the way in or it really does start to look like you have makeup there. And then last, you guys, to finish off our lips, because this RMS concealer is so hydrating for the under eye area, I'm just gonna put a little bit of it, I think I'll put it on my hand first, my finger. I want to put a little bit of it on my lips because my lips are just different. They're blotchy looking, I guess you could say. And I really want to get the color of this toffee lifter gloss that we're going to add So I'm just gonna add a little bit of concealer. My lips will stay hydrated and give my lips a little bit more of a blank canvas so that when I apply my lip gloss, it gives me the shade that I'm looking for that's in the tube versus a mishmash of whatever this color is with the gloss. It will almost disappear and I don't want that. So you can see how I just did this side. It just lightens it a little bit but gives it a little bit more of a neutral canvas so that I get a better payout from my lip gloss. Now you can certainly add a little bit of liner. You guys, if you've watched any of my videos recently, you know that I love that Spice lip liner by Jane Iredale. Lost it. I don't know where it is. I've checked the inside of my purse because I did go the other day to an event and I know I carried it with me. So I checked that little inside pocket of my purse, which I was sure that's where it is. It's not. The Makeup by Mario, South Shore, and that Spice, which is my favorite combination, they're both gone. So I put them somewhere. I don't know where I put them. So I gotta find it. Now I'm just gonna add this lifter stick by Maybelline in the shade Toffee, since we are fall inspired. You'll notice I'm not doing any liner. I'm not overlining. I'm not doing a 90s inspired lip look. This is a no makeup look. This is a, hey, I woke up looking this beautiful and my lips are just plump and rosy. And yeah, so it looks a little crazy with half my face done, but here's a true no makeup look. And here's a no makeup look with just a little bit of enhancements. I like that concealer. It definitely applies like a medium coverage. It's very light. I don't feel it on my skin at all. It doesn't look like it's settled into fine lines. It's been about 20 minutes, I guess, under these lights. So there's no settling. I didn't set it with the powder. And if you like the finished result, lock it in with a little setting spray. If you like a no makeup look, but you also are inspired by fall, I've got a couple fall tutorials that I just recently posted. Here's one of them that you might want to check out. It's a little more makeup than a no makeup look, but still really pretty for this time of the year. That does it for me today, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in just a couple days. Bye-bye.